Hi guys and welcome back to the channel. A diecast review this time, still about the series, the Formula 1 collection. This is the Williams FW07b from 1980 Alan Jones. I think it was Alan Jones and Carlos Reutemann, the ones for this car, And it is one of the latest productions, for this series. It was an interesting car because it was probably the moment where Frank Williams had the possibility, after struggling for so many years with money and financial issues, and he could finally make a real car with the sponsor. And the main sponsor was that Al Bilad. That sounds like Bin Laden, because it was the Bin Laden family, that made the main sponsor over this Williams in the 80s, late 70s, beginning of the 80s. Petrol people, so they had money, and it was them basically covering together with some local British sponsors, but it was them basically providing the money to Frank Williams to go on and do this stuff. The car was interesting because it was one of the first very winning and very nice Williams. I think the line is really coming from the 80s. They already made a Keke Rosberg car from 1982, the one that won the World Championship in Formula 1 after the death of Gilles Villeneuve and the heavy hurting of Didier Pironi. And I missed that car, and I didn't want to miss this one. It is interesting also the covering they made back on the engine. You see there the V8. This had the, I think he had the Cosworth DFV engine, the Ford Cosworth V8, and the chassis was incredible on this car because it was really, I think it was the first car made by Patrick Head, if I'm not wrong, and they always mismatch Alan Jones with Patrick Head. They really look alike. One look at the copy of the other guy, they are similar, big guy, somebody that when they're a little full of beer, it will be interesting to have a discussion with them and see how quick we arrive to slap each other, But the car is fantastic, so I think it's one of their nicest production. I really like the shape of this 80s coffin. And what is a little strange, maybe it was correct on the real model, is that they kept in green, bright green, the seat inside. So probably it was this way on the real car. The details are not so well done on this cockpit. Always remember that we are talking of a toy that costs 25 euro in Italy. So the amount is, everything is related to what you pay for, if you want higher quality. And there is not higher quality because this is a unique series in 1/24 scale, so you have to buy this type of model. Also, there is a little wrinkle on the decal. I hope you can see there, a little wrinkle on the decal, but once again, I never complain about this model. Don't listen to my words like complaints. It is just consideration, modeling consideration on something that I consider anyway not so collectible items. Very interesting models, but not so collectible items, For me, it's fantastic. Also, they took the I remember when this car was racing, because I had relatives that were already working in Formula 1 at the time. The black front wheel that was so mismatching, when they take picture, because you never understood if it was an effect, if it was a bad picture and so on. But no, it was really painted in black, the front rims. I don't know really the original reason for that. And for me, it was a must to buy. This is also one of the very last Formula 1 of the 80s. After this one, I think I will buy a couple of Ferrari and probably the last Lotus 49 from Jim Clark. That is absolutely my favorite pilot ever after Gilles Villeneuve. And for me, it's absolutely impossible to miss it. So also well done. Also the air intake and the radiator are quite well done on this model, so it's absolutely worth it. Let me see if yes, you see the front right wheel is always mounted badly. No idea, in all this model, in all this series, probably is this plastic part that force on the plastic and make them look that way. You clearly see that. The other three are okay. That one is completely folded, so it's normal for this model. All this series had the wheel that is compromised as such way. I will not open the blister. I just keep them like they are in this showcase. The new series that they are proposing are featuring a different suite case outside, made in transparent plastic, quite nicely, and the price is increased of 5 euro, of €5, that I think is worth it for such model, because one time that you open the model and you take away all this ugly plastic that force the wheel, the model remains exposed, so it's very easy to get dusty and to be destroyed. So I will not open them and keep them like they are for now, just for the pleasure to have a collection in 124 racer that never existed before. So for me, always worth the buying of this model. If I didn't say it again, buy it as soon as you can. Thanks for watching.